Have you ever wondered, what does true love really mean? How can you build a relationship that is not only lasting but also happy? In love, words can make the heart tremble, but it is actions that truly affirm the value of a relationship. A man can easily say "I love you," but does he truly put you first, listen to you with his whole heart, protect you in difficult times, and build a future with you? Not all men love in this way, but if he truly sees you as the most important person, he will continually prove his love through his actions every single day. Let's explore the signs of genuine love. Welcome to the channel, Sophia's Knowledge, and my name is Sophia. This is the place where lessons about love will help you understand this complex emotion better. In today's video, we will explore 6 types of actions that men only do for the most important woman in their life, a fascinating story that might change the way you view love in your life. Get ready because the insights and deep perspectives you are about to discover may cause you to re-examine yourself and the relationships around you. Before we begin, find a quiet space, put on your headphones, and relax. Let your mind completely immerse in these insights and enjoy every wonderful moment. Are you ready to explore new aspects of love? Let's begin with Sophia right now. Action 1. He always puts you first. In love, it is not the flowery words or expensive gifts that show genuine care. Men have many ways to express their affection, and one of the clearest signs that you are the most important woman in his life is when he always puts you first. This does not mean that he completely abandons himself or disregards other aspects of life. Rather, no matter the circumstances, he always prioritizes you. Let's take a closer look at how a man who truly loves will demonstrate this. He makes time for you no matter how busy he is. A man who truly loves you will never use work or personal hobbies as an excuse to ignore you. He may be busy with his career, family, or friends, yet he always finds a way to spend time with you. If he has a tiring day at work but still calls just to ask how your day went, that shows you are a priority in his mind. If he proactively arranges time to meet you even with a packed schedule, it is a clear sign of a serious love. Some men say they are too busy to love, but the truth is, for the most important person in their life, no one is ever too busy. When a man loves wholeheartedly, he will never let you feel lonely in the relationship. He remembers the little things about you. An important sign that you hold a special place in his heart is the way he notices the little details you mention. Perhaps you casually mention your favorite coffee shop during a conversation, and a few days later, he takes you there. Or you once said you liked a certain movie, and he takes the initiative to buy tickets so you can enjoy it together. A man who truly cares will not only remember your birthday but also the small things like how you like your coffee or your favorite song. These seemingly simple details reveal the level of priority he gives you. He places you above his personal hobbies. Everyone has their own interests, but a man who truly loves you will not let his personal hobbies overshadow the care he gives you. This does not mean he has to give up his interests entirely, but he will know how to balance them. For example, if he enjoys playing video games but is willing to pause just to talk with you when you need him, or if he likes hanging out with friends but still prioritizes spending time with you on the weekends, that shows you are more important than any of his hobbies. You don't have to ask him to change because if he truly sees you as the most important, he will willingly adjust his schedule to ensure you never feel neglected. He always listens to and respects your opinions. A man who puts you first will always respect your opinions, even if the two of you have different viewpoints. He not only listens but truly cares about what you say. In important decisions, he will ask for your opinion, because to him, your thoughts are very important. When conflicts arise, he does not force his ideas but always looks for a way for both of you to resolve the issue together. This respect is shown not only through words but also through actions. If a man always puts you first, he will never belittle your feelings or make you feel unappreciated. He is always by your side when you need him most. One of the clearest signs of genuine love is when he is always there for you during your times of need. Not just in good times, But even when you are facing difficulties, he is there, ready to comfort and share with you. Maybe you are under work pressure, having a bad day, or simply feeling overwhelmed by life. A man who puts you first will never leave you alone in those moments. He may not always have a solution, but he will always be by your side, giving you a sense of security and love. Shallow men may only appear when things are smooth, but a man who truly loves you will never leave you alone during tough times. He protects you from all negativity. A man who truly loves you not only protects you physically but also emotionally. He will not let anyone, whether friends or family, hurt you. If someone says something unkind about you, he will not stay silent but will stand up for you. If you encounter a difficult situation, he will be the first to find a way to help. He does this not out of obligation, but because he truly considers you an important part of his life. Love is not just about promises or romantic moments. True love is reflected in the way a man puts you in a prioritized position in his life. If you are in a relationship where your man is always willing to spend time, listen, and protect you, then congratulations. You are experiencing a precious love. And if you feel like you are always the one trying but not being appreciated, perhaps it's time to reconsider your value in that relationship. True love never makes you feel like a second choice. A man who truly loves you will always put you first, not out of obligation, but because to him, you are the most important person. What do you think about this? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinions and discuss further. Don't forget to hit like if you find this content useful and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss future shares. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's continue together. Action 2. He listens to you sincerely. Listening is an important skill in any relationship, but when a man truly loves you, he does not just listen with his ears but also with his heart. A man who listens to you sincerely not only pays attention to your words but also understands the hidden emotions within. Many people may converse with you, but only someone who truly cares listens to you sincerely. This not only demonstrates respect but also is evidence of a lasting love. So, what are the signs that a man listens to you sincerely? He does not interrupt when you speak. A man who truly loves you will not rush to interrupt or offer his personal opinion when you are speaking. He understands that listening is not just about receiving information but also about making you feel valued and understood. When you share a story, he does not try to turn it into his own narrative, nor does he interrupt to offer immediate advice. Instead, he patiently listens until you finish speaking, then responds appropriately. For a man who truly cares, every story you tell has meaning, even if it is just about the little things in everyday life. He remembers what you say, even the smallest details. When a man truly listens, he will not forget the important things about you. If you once mentioned a hobby, a memory, or even a fear, he will remember and show it through his actions. For example, if you once casually mentioned your favorite movie in a conversation, he will remember and might watch it with you on a special occasion. If you said that you do not like spicy food, he will take note and never choose overly spicy dishes when out with you. These small details show that he is not just listening to reply but truly cares about what you say. He listens with both his eyes and his body language. Listening is not only about receiving sound but is also expressed through eye contact and gestures. When you talk, he will look at you attentively rather than glancing at his phone or being distracted by things around him. His body language also clearly shows his care. He might slightly lean toward you, nod gently to show agreement, or change his expression according to your story. These are signs that he is truly listening and prioritizes your feelings. If a man only gives a brief acknowledgement or replies superficially, he might not truly care about what you say. But if he focuses, puts his phone down, and looks directly into your eyes, it means you are very important to him. He does not rush to offer advice unless you need it. A common mistake in communication is that many people tend to rush to offer advice as soon as someone confides in them. But a man who truly listens to you will understand that sometimes you just need someone by your side, not an immediate solution. He will not rush to say what you should do, but will ask if you want to be listened to or if you need help. If you only want to vent your feelings, he will patiently listen without trying to impose advice. This shows that he listens not only with his mind but also with his heart, understanding that sometimes you just need to be understood rather than provided with a solution. He listens even when you do not speak. A man who truly loves you does not only listen to what you say, but also pays attention to what you do not say. He can notice when you are sad even if you do not express it, and can sense when you are tired even if you try to appear fine. He notices the small changes in your mood, tone, or expression. If you have an unhappy day, he will notice and ask about you without you having to say anything. This sensitivity is not something everyone possesses, but a man who truly loves you will always observe and understand you in the deepest way. He values your opinions. A man who places you in an important position will not only listen to you but also value what you say. He will consult your opinions when making important decisions, whether regarding work, family, or personal life. This does not mean that he will follow everything you say, but he will consider your perspective seriously. When you offer a suggestion about an issue, he will not ignore or belittle it, but will listen and take it into account. This respect shows that he not only loves you but also sees you as an important partner in his life. He not only listens but also takes action. Listening does not end with receiving information, it must be accompanied by action. A man who truly listens will demonstrate this through the way he treats you every day. If you once mentioned that you do not like someone arriving late, he will make an effort to be punctual every time you have an appointment. If you once shared a difficulty, he will not only offer words of encouragement but will also find a way to help you overcome it. True care is not only in words but also in the way he turns what you say into concrete actions. In the end, a man who truly loves you will not listen just to reply, he listens to understand. He listens not only with his ears but also with his heart, with his eyes, and by remembering the important details about you. If you are with someone who is always ready to listen to you sincerely, cherish that love. Because in this busy world, not everyone has the patience and love to listen to you with their whole soul. If you are still watching the video, do not hesitate to comment the word continue. Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comments below. I look forward to hearing your opinions. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel so that Sophia can be further motivated to create more interesting and meaningful videos. Let's continue together. Action 3. He protects you in a special way. Love is not merely about promises or romantic moments. A man who truly loves you will not only care for you with words, but also show it through actions. One of the clearest signs of genuine love is the way he protects you. However, this protection is not always demonstrated by grand gestures like in the movies, where a man is ready to fight the whole world for his woman. Sometimes, protection comes from the small, simple things that contain the deepest care. That is exactly how a man who truly loves will protect the most important woman in his life. He protects your emotions. A man who truly loves you will never let you suffer emotionally. He always pays attention to your feelings, cares about your thoughts and emotions in every situation. He is not just someone who utters comforting words when you are sad, but also someone who understands what might hurt you and avoids causing pain. He does not speak thoughtlessly, does not joke excessively or act in ways that could wound you. If someone, whether accidentally or intentionally, hurts you with their words, he will not remain silent. He will find a way to protect you without having to raise his voice or make things tense. It might be a look, a gesture, or a gentle yet weighty word, enough for others to understand that you are not someone to be taken lightly. He protects you from the bad things in life. A man who truly loves you not only wants to see you happy but also wants you to stay away from things that could hurt you. If you are stuck in an unhealthy environment, a toxic relationship, or a bad habit, he will not stand by and watch you hurt yourself. He will tactfully remind you, help you recognize the problem, and work with you to find a solution. For example, if he sees that you are being taken advantage of in a friendship, he will not simply say, stay away from them, but will find a way for you to realize who truly cares about you. If he notices that you are overworking, he will encourage you to rest and take better care of yourself. This protection is not about control or imposition, but about the care of someone who truly wants the best for you. He protects you by actions, not just words. Many people can say that they love you and that they will always protect you, but a man who truly loves you will not just say empty words. He will act. When you feel tired and need a shoulder to lean on, he will be there. When you face difficulties in life, he will find ways to help instead of merely saying, I'm so sorry. If you feel uneasy walking alone at night, he will proactively accompany you or text you continuously until he knows you've reached home safely. He does not need to demonstrate it in an overly dramatic way or always proclaim, I will protect you, but you will always feel safe by his side. He protects you by respecting you. Protection in love does not mean control or imposition. A man who truly loves you will not force you to do things his way just because he wants to protect you. Instead, he will respect you, allowing you the freedom to decide your own life while still being ready by your side if you need him. He does not prevent you from pursuing your passions out of fear that you will face difficulties, but rather stands by to encourage and support you wholeheartedly. He does not force you to change to suit him, but helps you become the best version of yourself. This is a very special kind of protection. It does not make you feel constrained, but rather makes you feel more loved and cherished than ever. He protects you in front of his family and friends. A man who truly loves you will not let anyone belittle or hurt you, even if it is his own family or friends. If a family member speaks unkindly about you, he will not side with them just because they are family. If his friends tease you excessively, he will speak up to protect you. He does not need to confront anyone directly, but he will make it clear to those around him that you are important to him and no one is allowed to hurt you. He protects you with patience and tolerance. Life is not always smooth, and sometimes you will have bad days, moments of frustration, or times when you feel weak. A man who truly loves you will not leave when you are upset, nor will he get angry when you are being unreasonable. He understands that everyone has negative emotions and cannot always control themselves. Therefore, he is patient with you, listens to you, and helps you overcome those difficult times. He does not protect you by always making you happy, but by being by your side even when you are not. In the end, a man who truly loves you will not just say I love you but will prove it through his actions. His protection is not about control, but about subtle care, a desire to help you avoid what is harmful, and a demonstration of respect and tolerance. When you are with such a man, you will always feel safe, not because he is strong or wealthy, but because he is always ready to shelter you in the most special way, with genuine love. Action 4. He wants to build a future with you. True love is not only about the happy moments of the present but also about long-term plans for the future. A man who truly loves you will not only care about you today but also want you to become an important part of his life forever. When a man is serious about you, he will not let the relationship remain just a series of romantic dates or fleeting sweet words. Instead, he will take concrete actions to prove that you are the person he wants to build a future with. So how can you tell that a man truly wants you by his side forever? Here are the clearest signs. He includes you in his future plans. A man who only loves you based on temporary emotions will only think about today, while a man who truly loves you will always have you in his long-term plans. You can notice this in the way he speaks. If, in your conversations, he frequently uses phrases like we or later on instead of only talking about his personal plans, it is a sign that he wants you to walk with him on the road ahead. He is not afraid to share with you his dreams, plans for work, finances, or even where he wants to live in the future. If he always finds ways to include you in those plans, it shows that you are not just a fleeting relationship but someone he wants to commit to long term. He cares about what you want in the future. Building a future is not something that concerns only one person. If he is truly serious about you, he will not only plan according to his own wishes but also care about your desires and dreams. He will ask you questions like, do you want to live in this city forever? Do you have any career dreams? Do you prefer a cozy small wedding or a big party? These kinds of questions are not merely out of curiosity but also indicate that he is trying to combine your dreams with his plans. A man who truly loves you will not force you to give up what you want but will find a way for both of you to move forward in the best way possible. He introduces you to his family and close friends. One of the clearest signs that a man wants to build a future with you is when he actively brings you into his world. He is not afraid to take you to meet his family, introduce you to his close friends, and wants you to integrate into his life. This shows that he does not view your relationship as temporary but as an important part of his life. A man who only loves you based on temporary emotions might avoid such meetings. However, if he truly wants to go far with you, he will proudly introduce you to the most important people in his life. He is willing to face challenges with you. Life is not always smooth. A man who truly loves you will not only be there for you when everything is going well but will also be willing to overcome difficulties with you. If he wants to build a future with you, he will not run away when you encounter problems in your life or career. Instead, he will find ways to resolve these issues with you. For example, if you face difficulties at work, he will listen, offer advice, or even try to help you overcome them. If you experience financial difficulties, he will not criticize or avoid the situation but will find a way for both of you to overcome it together. True love is not only about sunny days but also about enduring stormy days. If he is willing to go through stormy days with you, that is the clearest sign of a lasting love. He wants to build a stable life with you. A man who wants to build a future with you will not delay in stabilizing his life for too long. He does not let the relationship drag on without a clear direction but will gradually move toward long-term commitment. If he is already willing to talk about marriage, buying a house, having children, or making financial plans for the future, it shows that he has identified you as his life partner. Conversely, if a man always avoids these topics or has no plans for a future with you, he may not be truly serious about the relationship. He is not afraid of long-term commitments. Commitment in love is not only about words but also about actions. A man who truly wants to build a future with you will not be afraid of the responsibilities that come with a serious relationship. He will not hesitate to talk about marriage, will not fear planning for the long term with you, and will not shy away when you mention the future. He understands that a lasting relationship requires an investment of time, emotion, and effort. Most importantly, he is willing to do that for you. Finally, when a man truly loves you, he not only cares about the present but also wants to walk with you on the path to the future. He includes you in his plans, respects your dreams, is willing to face challenges with you, and is not afraid of long-term commitments. If you are with someone who always talks about us instead of just me, who always thinks about the future for both of you rather than just himself, that is the clearest sign of genuine love. True love is not only about emotions but also about a long journey. And if he is willing to walk with you to the end of the road, he is the one you can trust to build a future together. Action 5. He is willing to sacrifice for you. In love, everyone wants to feel cared for, nurtured, and cherished. But only a man who truly loves you is willing to sacrifice for you. Sacrifice here does not mean completely giving up who he is or losing himself, but rather being willing to put your interests above his ego, always finding a way to make you happy even if it requires compromise or effort on his part. A man who truly loves you will not hesitate to change his habits, adjust his life, or even accept some disadvantages just to see you smile. So how can you tell that a man is truly willing to sacrifice for you? Here are the clearest signs. He changes for you without feeling forced. A man who truly loves you will not feel discomfort or pressure when he has to change himself to suit the relationship. If he was once indifferent but, because of you, learns to care and listen more, that is a meaningful sacrifice. If he used to be unconcerned about time, but when he loves you, he makes an effort to be on time for every date so you don't have to wait, that is a sign that you are important to him. He does not see change as a loss, but rather as a way to preserve love and bring happiness to you. He is willing to give up his personal pleasures to spend time with you. Everyone has their own interests, but when in love, a man who truly loves you will know how to balance personal pleasures and the time he dedicates to the woman he loves. If he used to spend hours playing games but now is willing to set that aside to spend an evening walking with you, that is a sacrifice. If he enjoys hanging out with friends but still prioritizes time for you when you need him, it shows that you are the most important person to him. Love does not mean completely giving up one's individuality, but if a man is willing to adjust his time and habits for you, it proves that he holds you in a special place in his heart. He accepts disadvantages so that you can have the best. A man who truly loves you will always try to bring you the best things, even if it means he has to bear a little disadvantage. Maybe there are days when he is very tired after work, yet he still makes an effort to see you because he knows you need him. Perhaps there is a trip he wants to take, but he is willing to choose the destination based on your preference rather than his own. Sometimes, sacrifice is not something grand but rather the small acts that carry a lot of emotion. If he is willing to endure a little hardship just to exchange it for your smile, that is true, sincere love. He protects you even when it causes him difficulty. Protecting the one you love is a man's instinct. But a man who truly loves you will not only protect you in easy situations but even when it might cause him difficulty. If someone says unkind things about you, he will not hesitate to stand up and defend your honor. If someone treats you badly, he will not shy away from speaking out to protect you. Even when there are situations where standing by you might get him into trouble, he does not hesitate. Because to him, you are more important than anything else. He is willing to share his difficulties with you. Life is not always smooth, and everyone goes through tough times. A man who truly loves you will not abandon you when you face challenges, but will be willing to accompany you. If you have problems at work, he will listen and encourage you. If you face financial difficulties, he will not criticize or belittle you but will try to support you to the best of his ability. True love does not only appear when everything is favorable but must also exist during the hardest times. If he is willing to face difficulties with you instead of leaving you alone, that is a sacrifice that is truly precious. He does not leave you alone when you need him the most. There are moments when you feel tired, discouraged, or experience sorrow. A man who truly loves you will not leave you alone in those moments. No matter how busy he is, he will try his best to make time for you. No matter how exhausted he is still willing to listen to your heart to heart. He is not only by your side when you are happy, but also when you are sad, when you are at your weakest. That is the sign of a man who truly loves you. He is not afraid to set aside his ego for you. Ego is something everyone has, but a man who truly loves you will know when to put his ego aside for the sake of love. If conflicts arise, he is willing to take the initiative to reconcile rather than let his ego overwhelm the feelings. If there is an argument, he does not try to win against you, but instead finds a way for both of you to understand each other better. Love is not a battle to prove who is right or wrong, but about understanding and compromise. A man who is willing to sacrifice his ego to preserve the love with you is someone you should truly cherish. In the end, a man who truly loves you will not only say I love you but will prove it through his actions. He is willing to change for you, give up some personal pleasures to spend time with you, protect you, share his difficulties with you, and put you above his ego. True love is not about grand gestures, but the small, persistent sacrifices made over time. If you have a man like that by your side, know how to cherish it, because not everyone can find such sincere love. Action 6. He never stops proving his love. Love is not something that can be maintained merely by promises or sweet words. A man who truly loves you will not just say "I love you" but will prove it through his actions every day. A sincere love does not need to be overly extravagant or dazzling like in the movies, but it is always present in every small moment. When a man never stops proving his love, it means that you truly matter to him, and he always strives to make you happy. So how can you tell that a man loves you with all his heart? Here are the clearest signs. He shows his love through actions, not just words. Many people can easily say romantic phrases, but not everyone can prove their love through actions. A man who truly loves you will not let love remain only in words. He expresses his love by caring about the smallest details of your life. If you are tired after a long day, he is ready to help you relax instead of just saying "get some rest." If you encounter difficulties, he not only encourages you with words but also takes action to help you resolve the issue. True love does not lie in distant promises, but in the concrete actions he performs for you every day. He makes time for you no matter how busy he is. A man who truly loves you will never let work, friends, or personal hobbies become reasons for neglecting you. He may have a busy schedule, but he always tries his best to make time for you. Even if you cannot meet in person, he will call, text, or find ways to make you feel that you are always an important part of his life. A man who never stops proving his love will not let you feel lonely in the relationship. He always cares about your feelings. A man who truly loves you not only pays attention to what you say, but also cares about what you do not say. He can tell when you are sad even if you do not express it. He is sensitive to the changes in your mood and finds ways to make you feel better. If you have a bad day, he will not ignore it but will find a way to comfort and share with you. Love is not only about happy moments, but also about understanding and accompanying you even when you are at your weakest. He remembers the little things about you. When a man truly loves you, he will not only remember your birthday or important occasions, but also recall the small details that you have shared. It might be the way you like your coffee, your favorite song, or even your morning routine. These little details show that he truly cares about you and wants to make you happy with meaningful actions. A man who never stops proving his love will always find ways to make you feel special, even in the smallest details. He is always ready to help you without needing a reason. A man who truly loves you will never let you face difficulties alone. He is always ready to help you without you having to ask. If you need support at work, he will find a way to help. If you encounter personal problems, he will always be there by your side, listening and sharing with you. This help does not come from obligation, but from sincere love. He does not help you to prove anything, but simply because he cares about you and wants you to be happy. He is not afraid to show his affection publicly. A man who truly loves you will not hide his feelings. He does not need to be overly flamboyant, but he will not hesitate to hold your hand in public, introduce you to his friends and family, or show natural loving gestures. He wants the whole world to know that you are the one he loves, and he is proud of it. He always strives to make you happy. A man who never stops proving his love will always put your happiness first. This does not mean he must sacrifice everything to make you happy, but he always cares about your feelings and is ready to do whatever it takes to make you feel more joyful. It might be a surprise gift when you least expect it, a loving message in the midst of a busy day, or simply a warm hug when you need it. True love does not have to be grand, but if a man always makes an effort to ensure you feel loved, that is the clearest sign of genuine love. He never stops trying for this relationship. Every relationship will face difficulties, but a man who truly loves you will never give up easily. No matter what conflicts or challenges arise, he will always find a way for the two of you to understand each other better and resolve issues in the best possible way. He does not see love as something replaceable, but as an important part of his life that he wants to protect and cherish. Finally, a man who truly loves you will not only stop at words but will prove his love with sincere, persistent actions every day. He cares about your feelings, remembers the little things, is always ready to help, is not afraid to show affection, and never stops trying to make you happy. Love is not a static state, but a long journey with continuous efforts. If you are with a man who always strives to prove his love through concrete actions, cherish him, for you have found a truly precious love in your life. Conclusion. Love is not only about sweet words or fleeting romantic moments. A man who truly loves you will not just say "I love you" but will prove it through genuine, enduring actions over time. He will always put you first, not only by prioritizing time for you but also by caring about your feelings, your likes, and your desires in life. He not only listens to you but truly understands, remembering the smallest details about you to make you feel cherished. A man who truly loves you will protect you in a special way, not in an extravagant manner, but in a way that always makes you feel safe. He will not hesitate to build a future with you, willing to change, sacrifice a part of himself to harmonize with you, and create a solid relationship. Above all, his love never stops at a certain point. He will never cease proving his affection with small yet meaningful gestures. No matter how time passes or how many challenges the relationship faces, he will always be there, continuously striving to bring you happiness. Sincere love is not merely a temporary feeling, but a long-term commitment. If you are with a man who always acts to prove his love, cherish him, because you have found a truly valuable love in your life. Thank you for spending your time watching today's video. I hope you have found these lessons about love and relationships useful. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. I truly appreciate your support and will continue to bring valuable content in future videos. Keep accompanying me on this journey of exploring love and relationships. See you again, and I wish you always happiness.